What's up, guys? Jimmy back again with a little disc review coming in. 3 discs this time here. These are all Lone Star plastic discs. Lone Star not Lone Star plastic, but Lone Star discs. And the 3 that I have today is actually I got a Bowie, their new one that just came out the other day, the Frio fairway driver, and a Harpoon mid-range approach disc putter. It's a 4-speed. It's kind of in that little in between that a lot of brands put. Some put it as a mid-range, some put it as a putter. So yeah, take that what you will. I'm gonna start here with the Bowie. This right here, it's a high-speed driver. To be honest, I forget the numbers right offhand. So give me a second. Let me look them up on my computer right quick. I think it was like an 11-speed driver or something like that. Bowie distance driver. Never mind. Excuse me. I'm way off on that. 13.5 minus 1.3, and it is very, 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 very true to numbers. Okay, this thing is beefcake. So even if you got a high arm speed, which me personally, I don't consider myself to have a high arm speed, but I have a very decent amount of arm speed on there. I throw Discmania as that's my bag, because all Discmania discs right now. I mean, I throw DD3s and Cloud Breakers all day, get them to flip up. PDs, the new C-Line overstable FDs and stuff like that, flip them up, things like that. So this right here, when I say it's beefcake, I mean it. Super dependable in a headwind. That's what I had today in the field, left to right headwind coming in and stuff. I could not get this thing to flip up on me. Throwing it as hard as I could, just trying to really rip one out there. Even I don't really know how to do one, but I was attempting some 360s while I was out there, 360 throws, and I still couldn't get it to flip up. I got a little bit of movement, but it just never came up to flat. So yeah, there's that. But you can throw this on any flat, doesn't matter. It's always gonna fade for you. And the reason I'm showing it like this is I'm left-handed, so just reverse that for you righties out there. But yeah, absolute beefcake, and it glides very, very well. As also for a 13.5. And honestly, probably like a 5.5 for the glide, in my personal opinion. I'm not sure how to do numbers on a disc, but that would be what I would say on there. So yeah, it's got a good little bit of dome on it, so that kind of helps with the glide a bit there and the stability. It feels really solid in the hand. Might be a little bit of flashing right here. It's a little rough on the edge for my liking. Some people like that, and it might just be where I'm holding it at. Let me kind of... No, that flashing is a little bit all the way around the rim, and it's interesting right here. You can see the line, a little parting line right there going into that. So it's very interesting. It fits in the hand very interesting. Because most of the time when I hold the driver, you'll kind of get that... let me see if the Frio has it here. Yeah, the Frio doesn't really have that. So when I'm trying to grip it with my power grip, it doesn't really lock into this part of my finger very well. So that's the only point of concern that I usually have when it comes to distance drivers and going with a power grip on it. But the Bowie right here, because of that extra little lip it's got, it fits and sits really well in that little bend in my finger right there. So that's really nice. So yeah, that's the Bowie, my little quick review of it. I'm not trying to go super in-depth on it, but very dependable, overstable, 13-speed driver. And this is the Bravo plastic, by the way, and this one's 173 grams. So next up, I got the Lone Star Frio, their new fairway driver. This one's also in the Bravo plastic and also 173 grams. So 7.5 minus 1.1 right there, and honestly, this surprised me out there in the field today, because even in that headwind tailwind situation as well, it didn't give me a lot of movement out of it, to be honest with you. Other minus 1.1 discs that I have and that I've thrown, I can get some kind of movement out of them. I can flip them up at least to flat, even brand new, regardless. So just the fact that this right here, it just wanted to stay on hyzer. I had to give it a lot of torque, and I mean a lot of torque and snap out of my hand with that headwind to really be able to get the flip up to flat and kind of glide a bit before it finally finished out to the right. So Yeah, it was very surprising on the numbers there. 7.5 minus 1.1. I'd probably say like minus 1.2, minus 1.2.5 maybe, in my opinion. I'm not a disc manufacturer, so yeah, but I mean, it's just it's super dependable. It's a very dependable lower speed fairway driver, 7.5. So you could throw this flat with Anheuser, it's gonna glide. Honestly, I kind of feel like it needs a six glide on the thing because this thing will just go for days. So yeah, feels really great in the hand. Like I just said a minute ago, though, if I try and power grip it, it kind of iffy on that little spot in my index finger, but that's just me with the power grip there. If I go with my little modified fan grip, it fits really nice in there, really good. So there's that, and yeah, this kind of a little quick review of the Frio in Bravo Plastic from Lone Star. Now to the disc that surprised me the most, honestly. Um, I've talked to a few people online that throw Lone Star discs and things, and a couple of my friends in disc golf now are sponsored by Lone Star this year. Which congrats to you guys out there. Andrew Palmer, definitely one of them. Really great dude. But the Harpoon, this thing, I don't know. I still don't really know what to think of it. Honestly, it's a 4202, I believe it was 4202 or 4203, something like that. Let me double check those numbers. I don't want to get them wrong here. 4302. Okay, so the numbers suggest it'd be semi overstable on there. You won't be able to get a lot of movement out of it. Wrong. For me, anyways, that was wrong. Um, Whether I fan gripped it, I power gripped it, didn't matter. It always, even if I put it like here, a steep hyzer angle, it flips up. But here's the kicker: it does not flip over. Like I could rip this thing even in the headwind that I had. I went into the straight headwind. I turned so that it would go throw straight into the headwind there, and it didn't do anything but flip up and go dead straight. That's all it did. And then that nice, reliable, overstable fade. I wouldn't really say it's a very overstable fade or overstable finish. I mean, it finished more straight than anything for me, to be honest. Um, every now and then I could see like a little bit of like just a slightly right movement coming down out of there to get a little bit of finish, but I mean, unless I threw it on Anheuser, threw it with that turn already, it wouldn't turn. Just trying to do a hyzer flip to get a little bit of turn out of it, or anything like that, I couldn't get it to. So, but throwing it on Anheuser, speaking of, it really held that line for quite a while. Um, it just stayed on Annie and just drifted and drifted, and you could see it just slowly getting flat. And even still, as it was getting flat, I never really saw it like get flat, come here, and then hook over to the right. Again, I say to the right. I'm left-handed. Reverse it for right-handers, right-handed backhand players. So, yeah, it always just came out, got flat, and just finished straight or just dropped. So super good point and shoot disc. Honestly, in my opinion, here for anybody out there. This is the Bravo plastic again. It's like they're super pliable plastic. It feels really good in the hand. It's nice and soft. It doesn't feel real rigid in your hands or anything. It's got a good amount of just enough tack. If my brain will slow down for a second so that I can actually get the words out, that's just enough tack to it to really be comfortable on there and stuff. It's pliable enough for my liking to that I could really kind of dig my thumb in there, and you guys can see that when I go in here and I can push on it and it'll bend it down in there, get a good confident grip on it and stuff, and it maintains the shape very well. So this one, not a lot of dome on it. It's very slight dome. It's not completely board flat. I didn't really do that profile with the Frio earlier. Let me double check what that is. Yeah, slight dome on it. You can kind of see a little bit of dome. Not board flat, but not super domey. Anyways, back to the Harpoon here. Same thing. You get a little bit of dome to it. So, yeah, this is definitely going to take some more figuring out for me to see what I want to do with it. It's very comfortable with my power grip, fan grip, doesn't matter for a backhand. It's also very comfortable. The rim sits really well when I do my sidearm and everything, just little flick shots with it and stuff. So, which to me, for 4-speed discs like this, little approach discs, that's hard to find. For me personally, is one that's comfortable both with a flick and a backhand. Um, like I said earlier, my bag is all Discmania. I throw a Tactic as my approach disc. Even that one's not super comfortable when I'm doing a backhand. So I'm still kind of figuring my comfortable grip out with that. That's my primary flick upshot disc, and everything is my Tactic. So yeah, this feels great either way I'm throwing it. So yeah, that's just my quick little review, guys, of the Bowie, Frio, and Harpoon from Lone Star Disc. If you guys haven't yet, go check them out. Local Texas company. They got a lot of great people on their team. Um, and when I say great people, I don't mean just like great players. Like, they're great people in general. I've talked to Chandler Kramer on Facebook before and stuff, like Facebook Messenger. Super polite, super cool dude on there. I met Emerson Keith at Zebo's Park in Benbrook one time. Um, Super down to earth, super cool dude. Very nice and everything. So yeah, Emerson just switched over to Lone Star this year. He's been killing it so far. I've seen some of the videos with him throwing it. He's throwing them extremely well. So yeah, guys, again, that's the Bowie Frio, which I think the Frio is one of Emerson's signature discs this year, by the way, and the Harpoon for right now. So yeah, catch you guys in the next one.